coming out of Florida. Hi there, Gayla. How are you?
Hi, I'm good.
Nice. Very, very nice to have you here. And you're not too far away from us either. Fort Myers isn't that far.
I know, right? What, an hour and a half, something like that, or two. Yeah.
Right? I know. Tell me about your music. Where does it come from? Like when did you start and kind of how did you get there?
Well, my mom, she's also a singer, and I have an uncle that sing also professionally. But I actually started singing in a youth choir at the age of 3. And my grandmother started me singing. She would teach me the songs, and she would give me the microphone, and then I would cry and like I can't do this. But
Oh.
eventually, it kind of grew on me, and now I love what I do. Yeah.
Oh, I remember those days. My mom used to literally push me out there. I used
Yes.
to have terrible stage fright, which is amazing that I'm doing this now because when I was younger, I never wanted to be on stage. Not at all. I was just not that person. She used
Mhm.
to push me.
I know the feeling.
Right when your lips quiver and you're like, I can't do this. So you remember crying when your grandmother handed you a microphone. That had to be a little nerve-wracking. At what point do you remember what it was like when you stopped feeling that panic?
Well, I think I was a teenager then, and
Yeah.
I had got bold enough to sing, without crying. But then I started closing my eyes. So I'm like,
Ah.
okay, went from crying to closing your eyes, and then she was like, hey, you need to connect with your audience, so you need to open your eyes and look at the people. If you're not ready for that, look over the crowd. So.
Oh, that was a good tip. Very, very good tip for
Mhm.
you. It does. I heard once there was a famous entrepreneur, and I'm not sure that it wasn't Tony Robbins. I'm not really sure, but I'll have to look it up. And he said one of the best ways to deal with stage fright is to imagine everybody sitting there in their underwear. And I thought,
Wow.
I don't know that that would cure that for me. Not really
Yeah,
sure,
that's funny.
but okay, it changes perspective. That's for sure, right?
Mhm. Yes.
Who are your major influences in music? Are there any ones that you have grown up just absolutely aspiring to and loving?
Yeah, matter of fact, I love Sade. I love her
Oh
music.
yeah.
I grew up listening to her and a lot of gospel artists, Shirley Caesar. I grew up listening to her, the Clark sisters, and but mostly, I was in a Christian-based family, but I always used to sneak and listen to the radio. But I just
Oh
love
yeah.
to hear Sade, and I like the Carpenters. I used to love their songs. And I think
Oh
it was Michael
yeah.
McDonald. I love his voice also. So I'm kind of old school, but I love the mixture and the blend of all their voices.
Oh nice. Yeah. The harmonies. It's
Yes.
I can tell that you have a affection for blends, and those harmonies. And perhaps it's because you spend a lot of time in the choir and,
Yes.
and going and kind of being part of the church. Has spirituality always been a focus of your family?
Yes, I pretty much growing up in a house with my mom was a pastor, so so
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
always been the foundation. And but she always encouraged me to sing, whatever I wanted to sing, how I felt. She never hold me back on, what to sing. But
Yeah.
I always had a love for gospel music, but I love other music as well. So different genres of music I love to listen to.
Oh, I'll bet. It definitely breeds a larger voice, I have to say. People
Hmm.
who've grown up singing in choir or in church and have been part of that, that whole I would say it's an institution basically, but it's, being a part of that giving and that spiritual exchange, you tend to have bigger voices. and you're
Yes,
trained.
yes.
You know, the muscle gets really strong. And that's
Mhm.
wonderful for a singer long term because you have
Yes,
that longevity and you also have a lot more strength and power that's available to you. Did you
that's
find
true.
that?
Yes, I mean, we have the voice training, and I had my uncle. He was the type, oh, you're not going home until you get this note right, you know. So he would split us up in soprano, altos, tenor, and we had to actually sing our part solo. So you either sung or you didn't go home. So, so that's what type of family I was dealing with, for as the voice is concerned. So, but I enjoyed what I was doing.
Oh yeah, I'll bet it's a lovely thing to do. That's for sure. Did you grow up in Fort Myers? Have you been there your whole life?
Yes, I was born and raised in Fort Myers.
Nice. Where do you usually sing there? Do you sing in Fort Myers or do you travel?
When I was coming up younger, I did a lot of singing here, but now I travel a lot. So when I can, I actually work with Javon Curse. He used to be an NFL player, and he have
Hmm.
charity events, and I volunteer to sing at the Christmas events, and when I get a chance, I sing at nursing homes or for the foster kids and all that stuff. So when I can, I do sing.
Oh, that's nice. You know,
Hmm.
that's really nice. Volunteering for charities is a great way to use your voice. And you've
Yeah.
got that beautiful tone. I'm sure that you don't even require a microphone at this point because of the training that you've had, you know.
Hmm.
Makes it a lot
Yes.
easier to just get the message and just let people enjoy all of that feeling. The Have you ever listened to Whitney Houston?
Oh yes, I love her voice. Love Whitney Houston
Yeah.
voice.
Isn't it
Yeah.
just a shame what happened to her? It just breaks my
It,
heart every.
yeah.
It really does. It makes it. I always get so sad, especially when I hear a singer like yourself, because it
Mhm.
always reminds me of that gorgeous voice and that natural ability, and how we just lost her too soon. Where do you
Yes.
think that where do you think that your voice can stand in today's marketplace? Now, I know that in spiritual music, it always seems to have a spot. You know, there's always an opening and always a way to find followers and fans in that niche. But what is your experience with it?
Well, I believe my voice is kind of versatile. I actually can sing I can sing jazz. And my EP that's coming up, I'm actually singing a song called Shadows, and it has a jazz feel to it. And I can sing pop, I can sing R&B. So I believe that just because it's gospel or urban Christian, that it can stand up to the other categories and the other genres of music. So I feel like by my music being unique, and I think people love that. You know, people want to hear something different. They want to hear something soulful, and the lyrics are talking about reality of everyday life struggles. So I think I
Hmm.
can, yeah, I think I can stand up again with the other artists.
Oh, certainly. Yeah. And this
Yeah.
is kind of a crossover song as well. You know,
Yes.
this one, it does bleed heavily on the spiritual style, but I
Mhm.
feel like you could perform it a lot more pop. You could perform it a lot more R&B very, very
Yes.
easily.
Mhm.
What am I going to see for the future from you? Like what kind of productions are going to come out of your neck of the woods, and what kind of feelings are we going to be seeing in your videos and things like that?
Well, I have a video we just shot in Miami. Matter of fact,
Nice.
and two months ago we did one called "I'm Gonna Make You Dance," and this is a song I had a hip hop kids dancers in it, and so I don't want to put a label on my music because it's out of the box. I don't want to
Right.
be put in that box. I want people to, oh, you know what? I get something out of it, no matter what age, young, old. I want people to know that, you know what? I love Gayla James' music because I can feel the message in that, no matter what she sings. So
Yeah.
like I said, I plan to do a lot. So maybe acting. I do write plays, so I want to do that also. And then I actually want to compose songs for other artists.
Oh, nice. I like that.
Hmm.
Yeah, you
Yes.
should. You
Hmm.
really should. It's a great way to collaborate. I was just speaking to an artist today, and actually I was writing this on the Facebook page too for Music Marketing Insider. And the reason why I wrote it down was because it had come up in conversation, and some of the best ideas come up in conversation. That's, I think, the where I have to copy paste because I want more
Hmm.
people to get them. And it was about collaborating. And something we never think to do is
Yes.
collaborate on songwriting, get other people to sing the same songs, so that it
Hmm.
gets more out there, so that there's not only your version, but there's other versions, or maybe even duet versions of a song, so that you keep the lifespan going. And it's not just one release, but you have a beautiful song that really gets a lot more play. Another
Yes.
good thing that we were talking about was playlisting. So, in other words, you're a member of YouTube. So, if you created your own playlist on your own YouTube channel, and it started out with your video, but then maybe there's 9 artists that you love that are indie music artists that are associate, that
Hmm.
can associate with what you've put out, that one specific, and you create that genre playlist there where if somebody liked yours, they would also probably love these. And then you set a deal with those other artists that, okay, this year we're going to collaborate and do these playlists for each other and work with each other and promote them. And that way, when you promote mine and I promote yours, we all kind of get the benefit from it. And our social media pages have some great content that people are going to be like, oh my God, you did a great playlist. Thank you so much. Right. And they keep coming back to you. And this kind of goes in that vein. If you're willing to write for artists and get involved in, the back end of their production as well as your own, then why
Hmm.
not, expand on your own social pages and let people be part of that project and get involved. It just is something so great to talk about.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay.
Mhm. It is. I find that when I'm on social media, whenever you're putting something out that's just one-sided, like more of an announcement rather than this is what happened today, right? It's the
Hmm.
it's the actual tone of voice that we use and how we describe it that makes a huge reaction or non-reaction on social. And I feel like anytime I use the word I instead of you, it just dies in the news feed. It just has
Hmm.
no
Yeah.
it has no weight any, you know what I mean? But the minute you start using you or talking about a project rather than just starting with the word I,
All right.
it really
Okay.
has a huge impact on it. And I love that artists are willing to work together. I think that you'll find a great deal of balance and perspective in doing more of that. Now, going back to you and what you're doing, do you feel that the music industry is feeling fair for you? Do you like the opportunities that are happening on social media and streaming and all that, and getting your music out there?
Yes, I think social media helps out a lot. Like you said, it gets your music on screaming. It get people to even voice their opinion about your music. And one thing about me, I would like people to express how they feel about my music and critique it however you feel. And but social media helps out a lot. You have your music for purchase and people to listen to. So it helps out a lot.
Oh, it sure does, right?
Yeah.
What are your favorite social pages so far?
I pretty much live on Facebook.
You
Yeah,
do.
yeah. I have a fan page, and they love to talk, and I go live a lot, and that's one thing I love. I used to be kind of shy about going live. Then
Yeah.
my son was encouraging me. He said, "Mom, you as being an artist, you need to talk to your fans, and that kind of can get them to relate to you and be on that level with you, so and they can keep up with what you're doing." So I started going
Yeah.
live a lot more now, and I can tell that I'm getting more feedback from the fans.
Oh, yeah. Isn't that the
Yeah.
truth?
Yes.
They're favoring live video right now, and I'm so glad you brought that up and so glad that you're doing it. It's one of the reasons why I asked the question, because so many, you'd be surprised how many people aren't doing live streaming. Yet Facebook keeps saying, we want to be big in the video and live streaming game. So if you go live on your page, that's pretty much the post that we're going to feature for you. Anything else that you give us is going to be like, maybe, maybe not. But if you go live, we're going to feature that to the audience that you've worked so hard to get and gather on the page, which, they're so nice to us. you know, but it is their website, so there's only so much you can expect them to do, right? But I love the fact that you're doing that. How often do you go live?
I would say once a week, or when I'm getting ready to go record in the studio, on my way there to the studio or in the studio, I let them, hey, this is Gayla James. I'm going to go live. I'm going to get ready to record this new song that I have. And I actually explained to them the reason why I wrote the song and why it was on me to record the song. So it's like the fans get that little time with me in their relationship so they can know why I'm writing or I'm recording the song. So at least once a week, I go live.
That's fabulous. Have you felt? How long have you been on Facebook for?
I think I've been on there about between 7, 8 years, something like that.
Wow. So you've seen a lot of changes, as have I. And do you feel like it has been a disappointment, the changes to the public pages, or have you managed to really stay connected on your pages? And, people are showing up and remembering that you're there, and also subscribing to your newsfeed, which makes a huge difference.
Oh, yeah. I feel like there's, it's a negative side and there's a positive side. The negative is, I don't know. One time I actually put my music on my page and they took it down. I'm like, that's my music. So I had to verify that was me and all that stuff. And I'm like, okay, but I guess they're protecting you as well with your brand. But and you'll see a lot of negative stuff on your page also. And I don't know. I think it's more good to me than bad. That I've been experiencing.
They've been locking down Facebook ads too. We do a lot of news on the station, try to keep people, as informed as possible when you're doing marketing and things. And they've been cracking down. So when they take a video down, I get a lot of people saying, "Hey, my video got shut down. Do you know why?" And it's something to do with the fact that they have been having a really hard time monetizing their pages. Okay. And in video, as you know, the safe harbor law with YouTube has been a big thing in the news, and they've been trying to fight it, and people have been trying to get more money for the plays, because I think it's $1 for every 1,000 plays. That's if you get $1 for 1,000 plays. The CPU is really, really low. And especially if your page is new, Facebook has the same deal going on, where they're like, people are singing covers, people are doing a lot of things where the music is playing, or there's content that's branded that's in the videos. It happens. It really does. It's hard not to, because even if you're streaming from your car, the radio is going to be on, and if it plays more than 30 seconds, right, you've got an issue. So they have these things called Content ID, and it's built into the algorithms. So the minute you post something that has any kind of, I guess it would be more credited to a certain business, right? So in other words, you have publishing rights, and if it's registered, it's going to credit to a certain business, and then you have to prove it. I don't know if the Content ID is so weird at this point and uncertain that it's just going to shut down a lot of people and their video for no reason whatsoever. And it, of course, can make some really bad mistakes on Facebook. So it gets frustrating. It really does, until they work it out. But hopefully you'll get paid for your music when you put it on there eventually. You should,
Yeah. I know you're doing YouTube. I got this this thing with iTunes where they pay me for my screaming on YouTube. So
Mhm.
that's a good
Yeah.
idea. That's a good thing.
No, they
Yeah.
have it much more worked out. Facebook is so new. I think they put like $1 billion and a whole department together just
Wow.
to work out the royalties and try and deal with it. But they have everything from they're doing a sports center, they're doing news live on Facebook. They're trying to pay creators to come on there and do more creation because let's face it, YouTube is so big. It's YouTube reaches more people than any cable network has ever reached. And Facebook would like to take a piece of that. You know what I
Oh
mean? Because
yeah.
they're like,
Oh yeah.
well, we're the biggest social media network. How come we're not doing that? But I think that you're going to see a lot of changes, and it's going to be a little frustrating for a while until they just work it out.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what was the process when you had to prove that it was your video? Was it a big, lengthy process, or did they pretty much take care of it quickly?
They took care of it quickly because they actually had went to my band page, and I had all my songs listed on there. And then I guess I had to prove that I was the owner and the copyright of it. But it didn't take a long time. But they did
Yeah.
eventually. They said, okay, this is your band page, and we see this music is on there and all that. So they took care of
The
it quick.
the big thing that I worry about is that at any given moment, any of these social media pages can decide to shut any of us down.
Yes.
And if that is the only means that you have as a musician and a music artist to connect with your audience, and you don't have your own interactive website and start the
Website.
content there first, right? And have an email list, then you're basically left starting over and hoping that those people on Facebook, go find you somewhere else. Because at
Yes.
any given moment, right, they can shut down the page and say, sorry, decision made, that's it. And I've seen it happen to quite a few artists for nothing. I mean, they really didn't break any rules necessarily, but they
Yeah.
they thought that they did.
That actually happened to my son. He owned like a social media page, and he talked about
Hmm.
different artists, hip hop artists, and he had like over 200,000 subscribers. And all of a sudden,
Yeah.
he got up and he said it was shut down.
Yes.
And they just told him we told you that it's no longer up. And I guess they were saying something about the music, but they just shut him down. He had to start all over.
I
Yeah.
know. It's very
Yeah.
true. It's been
Yeah.
happening a lot, especially if you're going to use paid reach, then you're kind of alerting the system, and
Mhm.
it can really shut you down quickly. And there's just really it's the end decision just happens with them, and that's it. There's nothing you can
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
once that goes.
So that's have a
So
website. Yeah.
it really is. It is.
Mhm.
Now the video, why don't we talk a little bit about that? Tell us the process of making Love Letter, because there was obviously a great deal of work that went into it. It's done so nicely.
Love letter. It involves my husband Mac. In the beginning, it's like we having an argument or whatever, and he ended up leaving. He got upset and left the house or whatever. And actually, it's crazy because the concept that I had didn't actually go with the video of this song, but it came out so good at the end because he ended up in the hospital and he got sick or whatever. And I was just thanking God that he had survived. I was crying at the end and
Aw.
saying that. But you know what? In real life, this actually happened. And it's like we actually played this before my husband actually got sick. And he actually had to go in the
Oh.
hospital. And he was
Oh my
like, you know what?
gosh.
That love letter video is like a replay of what actually happened.
Oh my
So when I say
goodness.
I'm writing a letter to God, thanking Him and appreciating Him for allowing my husband to be here, so that's what I was doing. It was we always write love letters to our significant others, but I wanted to say thank God and write a letter to Him for allowing Him to be here.
Oh my goodness. I got chills. You gave me
Hmm.
chills. Wow. Well, thank you so much for bringing the song to us, and it's so great to meet you. It's really nice to catch up today. I appreciate you, Gayla. Thanks for being
And
here.
thank you for having me.
You're very, very welcome. That was Gayla James on A.V.A. Live Radio. If you want to catch that music video, you're going to want to go over to avaliveradio.com. She is up front and center right now under Gayla James. Love Letter is the name of the song, and it's just a beautiful video. it's really a heartfelt moment. I got chills when she was talking. I still have goosebumps. Oh, I can't believe it that actually happened. But I love her take on the song and the way that she worked it into something that we should all appreciate, which is being with each other. Right? I mean, life gets in the way. You get angry, you get frustrated, things happen, you take it out on the people closest to you. And in the end, it's just a wonderful reminder that we're all blessed to have each other. And if you have somebody in your life, that you should appreciate them. It's a wonderful, wonderful story. Like that, Gayla James. She's awesome. Can't wait to see what she's got coming out next. Sounds like she's got a new video that she filmed in Miami for I'm Gonna Make You Dance. Can't wait to see that. It's going to be exciting. So be sure to hook up with her also on Facebook, because it sounds like she does the majority of her marketing and putting out different pictures and things that she's got going on right there on Facebook.